Bonafide Hustler here, and today it's kind of like a late night hangout. I usually never do these, but anyways, welcome to my channel. I'm the Bonafide Hustler. Now, I reside in Austin, Texas. On a part-time basis, I go to garage sales, thrift stores, typically pick up used things, and I put it on places like eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, my antique booth, and other consignment avenues in town. Anyways, this show, I'm going to show you a thrift haul where I think I scored some really good things, and you guys can help me out there in the feed. So, you know, if you ever watch my videos, a lot of times I go live during the midday. But this is one of those late night ones. It's kind of like an experiment. I want to see, you know, who tunes in. So if you see a live chat, then come say hi. All right, we're going to get into the haul. Brian G is saying, are you live from the space station? Yes, this is the space station. And I went out earlier and some space mosquitoes got me. So came in, now I'm all good, freshly showered, as you can tell. And we're about to look at an awesome thrift haul. Now, let me kind of do a full disclosure. Some of this stuff I found yesterday, some of it I found today, and some of it I found right before I went to Charlotte for like 5 days. So I found this stuff like the day before I left, and then I went to Charlotte for 5 days, came back home, and then I went thrifting yesterday, and then I went thrifting today. So this is not from one day of thrifting. I just want to make sure and clarify that. But honestly, if you're watching this video, I aim to just teach you guys, you know, why I bought these items and why I believe they will sell for really, really good money. All right, so good to see everyone. Yes, I am growing out the beard a little bit. So let's go to the first find. Last Wednesday, I want to say, I went to a thrift store and, you know, it just usually has a big line. And I showed up late. I found two things that day. I can't remember what the second thing is, but it's somewhere around here. But for $2, I could not go wrong with this. As you guys know, I have an awesome bag guide. You can go check it out down below. And anytime that you see a shoe or a boot or something like that, I might show you. And I got some to show you today. There's a guide down there below. So basically, if you want to supercharge your learning and all that kind of stuff, go check out those guides. I think they're going to pay like 100-fold over. But anyone who has the guide, please let me know in the comment feed how you like them. I have one called Bags to Bucks, and I have one called Shoes to Bucks, which recently came out. Anyway, right here we have a Tamrac Pro 5. This is in mint condition. You know, this is one of the things that I think people should really start looking more into when you're dealing with bikes or you're dealing with really anything these days. The local markets are really good now. So I've definitely increased my local market selling, which is anything like Let Go, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or Nextdoor. And those places are great to just make quick flips, and there's zero returns. But something like this can go on eBay. It can also go on local market kind of stuff. But I want to make a full disclosure as well, because some of this stuff might go to local market. But anyways, this is a Tamrac Pro 5. If you got Bags to Bucks, you know that this is a camera bag, photo bag. And a lot of times you'll know that these are camera bags because you just open them up, and there's going to be like dividers and stuff inside. So you know, Tamrac's a good brand. Tenba is a good brand. There's a bunch of them. Lowy Pro. So we have, you know, a part right here that is good for just random, like maybe hard drives and stuff. But when you open up the main cavity, and there's like an expansion cavity. Ooh, there's something else in here. Cool. Oh, I might keep this thing. Hold on. I just totally found this today. Whoa. Oh, dang. It's like actually attached to the bag. Anyways. Yeah, there's like a thing for media just chilling in this bag right here. Oh, I wish I could take that out. Maybe I can. I could totally use that. But yeah, once we look into the Pro 5 bag, you know it's a camera bag. This is $2, guys. You can look and you have cavity dividers right here. Now, the dividers are there to separate bodies of cameras, or you can have a camera and a body together, or you can have less separate lenses. It really depends on how you want to set it up. And yes, you heard me right, how you want to set it up, because it has plastic, you know, things all over the place. I mean, sorry, Velcro along with nylon, and you can adjust these dividers any which way that you want, okay? And so you can custom fit it to whatever DSLR camera that you have, or whatever, really. Yeah, you can even put a 6-pack of beer in here if you really, really want to. It won't stay very cold, but you can divide your beer if you want to. Anyways, this is a Tamrac Pro 5. This probably sell for like 45 to 50 bucks on eBay in mint condition. Really awesome. So yeah, Tamrac's a good brand. Just remember that. These are cool too because they also have the sleeve right here. That means you can go traveling with them and you can put them right through the handle of your suitcase. So it's a good carry-on kind of thing, because you certainly would not ever want to check on a plane, you know, stuff like this, valuable camera stuff, because it'll get tossed around and broken. So you definitely want to bring this on the plane with you. And it has one of those things where you can put the handle of the bag in. All right, so there's your first bag right there. Can I show the logo? So Tamrac doesn't really have a logo, just shows that Tamrac, T-A-M-R-A-C. But thank you, Matt Meldrum, for that question. Yes, I should probably do a better job of bringing this stuff closer to the camera. I just don't know if it ever focuses in time. We got Johnny Mars in the feed saying, I got both the guides. I love them. Awesome. What else we got here? We got Eric Albers, late night live game on point. Thanks. What's up, Eric? Good to see you. OGC, thanks for the like on Instagram. Bonafide. That's right. I have at the Bonafide Hustler on Instagram. You can go check out some stuff that I have now. But good to see you guys. I bought a Tamrac. Here's from Jay Cooney. I bought a Tamrac bag for $7. I flipped it a week later for $175. You must have had a really good one. The most I've ever flipped a Tamrac, probably around $90 or something like that. I've never got one up to 175, but that's really good. So really awesome. Good to see you guys. And hello from Minnesota is Rebecca. So what's up? I'm Chris from Austin. Good to see you. Drop me a like if you are enjoying the show. I don't ever do late night shows. So anyways, let's take a look at another. Oh my gosh, like I left town last week. I think the day that I found that Tamrac bag, I found this. It was a really quick, I don't know if we were mountain biking or what, but I just told my wife, like, I'm going to go pop into the thrift store on the way home. And I'm so glad I did, because this was, how much was this thing? It was $5.40. Oh, and then I used like a 10% off thing. So this one was $5, okay? You're going to flip out when you see this thing. It is another bag, okay? So let me read a comment real quick from Debbie Porter. I agree. I love the guides. The bag one has paid for itself many times. Guys, my bag stuff and my Shoes to Bucks guides are down below in the links. Go check them out. All right, I picked up this thing. Would you guys be interested to know who makes this? Who wants to take a guess who makes this bag? I think you guys are going to flip out when you figure it out. Now, this bag will probably have resale between 100 and $150. Remember, I paid $5 for it, okay? And you can put it in a padded you can put it in a poly bag, because they don't make padded poly bags this big. At least the USPS doesn't. I might have to put this in a box. I'm not 100% sure, but take a guess on the maker of this bag, because it doesn't show it anywhere around it, all right? What do you guys think? Boy, this one's good. And then a week later, I found another smaller version of this, which is here. Actually, I might have already packed it up. That sucks. But anyways, so someone's saying Toomey. We got Fossil, East End, Ralph Lauren, Cole Haan, Eddie Bauer, CC Filson. Guys, you're going to flip out when you see this. It's pretty good. Trust me. So someone's saying definitely Toomey. All right. Let's see here. Oh, got all kinds of people in the chat talking about the guides and how they like them. Cool. Kenneth Cole. No. All right, so it does have a nice laptop compartment right in there. But what's interesting about this is this right here. I don't know if you can see it. You see that? Anytime you see this kind of square thing with some writing and then like a serial number kind of deal, check that out. $5 sitting at a thrift store around 7 o'clock in the evening. I went there right after a mountain bike ride. I was like, you know what? Since we're exiting to go back to the house, I may as well just pull into this Goodwill. I am so glad that I did, because this is a Coach shoulder bag / laptop business style bag. Pretty sweet. I'm talking like, oh my gosh, a Coach bag. So thick, the leather, unbelievable. We look at the edges. I mean, just really not much edge wear anywhere. This thing's in amazing condition. Now you might think, oh my God, that's going to bring like 300 or 400 bucks, which might have been the MSRP back in the day. But this one right here, sadly, will fetch somewhere around 100 to about 150, possibly 160, but more than likely in the vicinity of 1 to 150. And that is a Coach shoulder bag. All right, so you're going to have to hit on some really, really cool keywords if you want to be on the upper end of the used solds of this bag. And the used solds top out around 165 with some shipping, and that's for a black one. So I have a brown one right here, which I personally think is a much better color, like over time. Of course, the black one's a little bit more executive, but this one right here, shoulder bag, awesome condition. Nothing's all ripped and torn. Not a whole lot of wear anywhere. You know, one good condition on leather conditioning on this bag, and it'll look like probably brand new again. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. I'm real proud about this pickup. I told my wife, I looked her dead in the eyes. I'm like, man, I kind of want to keep that one. And she's like, you don't need any more bags. So, and she's right, I really don't. The bag that I use for all of my coffee shop kind of stuff is a Patagonia Black Hole, which is not the best bag. It's a backpack, actually. I mean, this is a lot more user friendly, but the black hole is a bag that will retain its value like all the time. Like this right here, if I can sell this right now for about 120 to 150, something like that, it's the same as me buying it right now for 120, 150, which I would never do. So I may as well just capitalize on that now. And yeah. Jay Cooney says, I've already made $500 plus in sold shoes from bags to bucks. What do you mean? Probably sold bags, you meant. From bags to bucks. I've got another $1,500 or $2,000 for sale still. It's a badass guide. So yeah, bags to bucks is down below. Go check it out. Anyways, yeah, Coach Bag. I couldn't believe it. That's probably one of the better pickups I've got this year when it comes down to like just dollar for dollar, you know, flips. Now, I will say it was June, I think. It's in the bag guide, so I think it's June. It might have been March, but in March I flipped a $1.50 bag. Okay. For $649. It's in the bag guide. It's in there. And it looked a lot like that Coach bag. So I'll just leave it like that. It was an awesome, I mean, most people that have the bag guide obviously have seen that one. They know what I'm talking about. But that was just an awesome flip that I found at a garage sale on a Friday morning for $1.50. Anyways, yeah, cool. Pinarello Rider, thanks again, man, for the info on the Timbuktu bag I bought for $5 and I flipped it for 60. I hit you up on Instagram and you responded to me. Thanks. Hey, Pinarello Rider, you are welcome. Okay, now let's talk about the next find. Would you guys ever pick up stuff like this? Who knows what this is? Take a guess right now. What is this thing? Go ahead. People are going to probably know this. We got Jay Cooney saying, I just sold a pair of Birkenstocks I paid $13 for $70. Well, congratulations. That's awesome, man. That's more of like a typical Birkenstock flip if you find a good one. Jai Sneed, do I have a mentorship program? I do not, but I'm sure we can work something out. If you hit me up on Facebook behind the scenes, we'll probably figure something out. All right, so some people are saying it's a BMX helmet, it's a hockey helmet, a hockey goalie helmet. These are all really, really good guesses, right? But this is not any one of those things. This is a lax helmet, lacrosse, and it's just a player helmet, right? So this is not a CPXR, which is a good one, all right? A CPXR Cascade, because this is the brand that really you want to focus on. It's called Cascade. You can kind of see it through there, all right, on the strap. Now, Cascade helmets, as I understand, I mean, some of them have sizes, but a majority of them have no sizes. But I think the youth ones do. This one right here is not a CPXR, but just an R. So it'll sell more than likely somewhere between 70 and about 95 bucks. That's what I'm thinking. And this helmet was, I think, $5 at a Salvation Army. No, I think it was more like $7. And then I used a discount, so probably got it for $5. But yeah, that's a really good helmet. Some neutral, I mean, I wouldn't say it's neutral colors, but good enough colors that you can, you know, hide them if you really want to. But a lot of people that are just training for lacrosse really will enjoy a helmet like this. The CPXR looks a lot like it with a very, very aggressive kind of chin finish right here. Like, see how that finish is real sharp and jagged? So that lacrosse helmet right there, you know, is a good flip. There's really not much to check when you deal with lacrosse helmets outside of just maybe rust, which you'll find here, 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 and all these places, and sometimes on the buckles. But the buckles are good. They're made to withstand incredible impact. And the higher end lacrosse helmets are going to have this really cool ratcheting thing back there. And then they're going to have, like, if you look through here, it's got like a part of the helmet that's like separated from the outer shell. And if you can kind of see it through there, you can kind of see how, see there, like right there. All right. There's like little cones and rods and everything. And it's really, you know, not only increases breathability, but when it comes to shock, it'll definitely be a much less of a shock with these higher end helmets. So pretty cool. That's a Cascade R lacrosse helmet. I speculate $5 to $7 I paid for this thing. It'll sell for around 70 to 95 bucks. Pretty cool. Last year, I flipped 2 lacrosse helmets within weeks of each other. One was a $5 helmet, sold for $99. Another one was like I think another $5 helmet that was almost identical that I found at a Goodwill. One I found at a garage sale, one I found at a Goodwill. Within 2 weeks of another, like a $100 helmet sold, boom, another, and then another $100 helmet, just like that. So these are pretty good. Now, when you go out there and you look for lacrosse helmets, you're probably going to find the CPX2 model more than anything. That model, if you want to get into it, go for it, but they don't shake. They shake out between like 30 and like 45 to 50 bucks. You really want to look for the CPXR model or the R model. All right, so right there. All right. So that's that. All right. I think when I was picking up that helmet, this was $1, which it was a half off day, so 50 cents. You know, what do you guys think? Would you pop on this? What do you think it is, by the way? Who makes this thing, real quick? Who makes this? Guess it. Oh, I probably showed you guys. Who makes this? Yeah, a lot of the some people are talking about these lacrosse helmets. A lot of them will have stickers all over. Some of them might have team colors on them, which is fine. Just make sure you dispose it all. But what do you guys think right here? Oh, OGC, you saw the brand. All right, so yeah, this is a Vineyard Vines. Pretty nice little retro. I don't know what you call these things, golf cap or I forget the actual term eludes me right now. But yeah, this is a Vineyard Vines, like retro, crazy looking, almost like a Sonic drive-in kind of hat. Yeah, but the whale is right there. So, you know, for 50 cents, I was like, whatever, I'll buy it. And we'll see what this shakes out at. What do you guys think this will shake out at, honestly? Tell me, what do you think? It's a visor hat. All right, there you go. A visor cap or just a visor. What do you guys think that'll sell for? I'm 50 cents into it. So I just couldn't let it go, you know? Man, I have a $5 find. If you follow my Instagram, the Bonafide Hustler, you saw this one yesterday. I don't know if I want to show it yet. Well, I probably should because it's the next thing naturally in this thrift haul. It is so cool. Oh, I feel as if we've done too many of that genre right now. You can kind of figure out what it is. Let's talk about something I found. Did I find this today or yesterday? I don't know. I think I found this yesterday. All right, so these are speculated to be size 8, 8.5 women's. Pretty neat. Guess the brand. I'm gonna cover this crap up so OGC doesn't like cheat. All right, we got this boot right here. Who makes this thing, right? Straight out of Shoes to Bucks. Straight out of Shoes to Bucks. And if you're thinking, that's a boot? How's that even like in Shoes to Bucks? That's because boots are in Shoes to Bucks. And all kinds of other crazy things. Sandals are in Shoes to Bucks. So I teach you a lot about what to buy, what to resell, and how to check it over, how to do fast scans, how to optimize keywords. All that stuff's in Shoes to Bucks. Guys, if you have Shoes to Bucks, comment right now what you think about it. Oh man, so we got some people really, really, well, it's a very iconic kind of style. Like Frye does a lot of these. So this is a Frye boot. I was skimming, all right? So this is in Shoes to Bucks, but I talk about how a good skim is needed. And as I skimmed the thrift store, the top of the aisles, my eyes landed on this, and then immediately just saw just the fact that it was flopping over like this much only. It wasn't flopping over this much, right? It was flopping over just a little bit. So I knew that the leather was much thicker than normal. And then I saw that logo right there. Now, if you ever see this logo right here, get excited because it's usually really, really good profits. I paid $8 out the door for these, all right? 8. And these are Frye Boots and 8, I think 8.5D women's. Very hard to see the size. Might have to pull the insole out and flip the insole over to see what kind of size they are. But anyways, these things, you'd be hard pressed to ever find one like this that has any kind of damage right here in the main crease, which when you deal with cowboy boots or things like that, the main crease is really where you want to look the most. But on these really tough Frye boots, and they just use stuff that's, far and beyond what I like, the King Ranch leather kind of stuff. It's just really thick. So this can go up as a biker boot, moto style. What else? Mid calf, that's a good one. But very, very neat. I like that. The bottoms look pretty good. You always want to look at the heel, make sure it's not like slanted too much. This one's not too bad. So I fully expect, this is a tough one. I just knew for $8, I was like, I'm getting into it. I don't care. It might go to the booth. It might go to eBay. I'm getting into it because I cannot pass an $8 Frye, moto / mid calf boot. Would you guys pass this up? This was just a straight buy. Didn't even look it up. It was a straight buy. I sold a pair of Frye boots earlier this year. I think those are in bags. No, those are in Shoes to Bucks, but I don't know if they're like a headliner one. I think I sold those for $90. They were Frye moto, vintage moto boots that I popped on for not very much money. So yeah, really amazing find. Fabiola says, not for $8. Are you out of your mind? Wow. They're crazy good condition. Yeah. So, I would venture to say that there's no less than 70 bucks in this boot. Okay, so like that would be the worst, fastest sale. I think 70 bucks, and then the highest goes from there. I don't know. It could be 100. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think this is going to sell for? I mean, I'm not going to tell you who's the winner or whatever because it hasn't sold. Obviously, it's not even listed yet. So that right there is a pretty good find. We'll go to the find from Savers, and then we'll look at the stuff I found today. Oh, okay, not for $8, I would not pass them up. To what Fabiola said. Okay, good. Got good people in my feed that are good thrifters. Scott says 120. Marissa Morales says 75. What's up, Marissa? Good to see you. Thank you, by the way, for the last super chats that you gave me on the last show. I really appreciate that. Jan P says 80. So we're getting really close to, you know, that 70 mark is good with me. They don't get to go in the USPS priority shoe box, but I'll just make a box. So, you know, when I say I'll just make a box, I can retrofit a box pretty quick. The way, and I show this in Shoes to Bucks, but the way you want to ship this thing off is just like this. All right, you want to get it, you know, you want to get these long measurements down to a minimum. All right, and you want to, you know, you don't want to shove the boot into a box like this. Like that's a bad deal. But you do want to probably bubble wrap the, you know, the entry point of the boot right here just a little bit, and then put it into a box like this. Really easy to do. There you go. Minimum shipping charge. Edwin Mize says $169.99. Hey, you know, it could go there. I don't know yet. I just haven't looked it up. So, okay. So yesterday, I was contemplating whether to do a hot shot. I didn't film it. So now you guys are probably going to downvote the entire video. But I did find something immediately upon walking into this one Savers that was by my house. And I had to do a double take. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I put it on my Instagram because I was just like, this is, how does this even like here? I've popped on, the last one I sold in this kind of vicinity, but this is a nicer one. The last one I sold was like $129.99, and that wasn't too long ago. I think it was like 2.5 months ago. I sold a close enough style to this one, but this is better. This one's a better one. So this is from the Alpha series. It's classified as a garment bag, and it was at Savers, okay, for $5. So here it is. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw this early. So this thing's chilling at Savers. Yeah, it's just sitting there in the bag section, plain as ever, with a $5 price tag on it. In fact, I think the price tag is probably still on it. I mean, oh yeah, there it is. See, look at that. Look at that. See, Bonafide doesn't lie. I can't figure out the combination of this TSA lock, so I'm going to just snip it off. But nice, high quality, big zippers. I haven't even looked in this bag. There could be like gems in here. I have no idea. Everything's embossed to me. Looks real good. Everything is good. Now, if you ever wonder, and they have made some Alpha Series bags that do not have the tag inside. So this is definitely, you know, ballistic nylon-ish kind of material. You're going to want to hunt around for the ID tag, which the very first zipper I opened at the thrift store was this one right here. I open it, boom, ID tag is sitting right there. Good sign. The rest of the bag, if it looks like anything like this, should be fine. I didn't even open it up. I was good. All the zippers seem to be amazing. I immediately just, when I see zippers like this, I just know that's a Toomey. And you can just see it's a zipper with like two little lines at the very end of it. I was like, dang. Green Giant says this is a TPL bag. I think he meant to say TLP bag, standing for taco level profits. And I think I agree with you on this one. This one's really up there. So this one being a better Alpha series than my last one that sold for $129.99 within a month. And the good thing is this one's not even, that's not even, what do you call it? It's not embroidered, but it's not monogrammed right here, where you can get a little, you can put your 3 initials right there. It has none of that. That's good. But yeah, I mean, this thing's cherry. Oh man, check this out. So I actually did open it slightly yesterday. I'm gonna go through the rest of it today. Maybe I'll find some money, maybe I won't. But I did, you can just tell the caliber of individual who's using this bag. Check this out, man. So once you open a garment bag, you know, it folds out like this. You hang it on the top of, you hang it on any kind of hanger rod at a hotel or whatever. But yeah, so once you do that, there's, you know, spaces for cufflinks, ties, belts, whatever on the corners. And then this thing just had, let me see if I can open this. These really rad hangers just chilling. These velvet hangers are just chilling in it like this. I mean, really nice hangers. So I'm gonna keep these, obviously. These aren't going with the bag. That's just stupid. Yeah, but the bag looks just amazing. I bet you there's a gem in here somewhere. When I say gem, there's something, all right? I don't know if it's gonna be money. I don't know if it's gonna be something else, but there's gonna be something. There's almost always a gem in these little bags like this. So pretty cool. Would you guys pick this up for $5? Let me know. Yeah, super awesome. It's a Tumi A3 or Alpha series. I don't know. It's definitely an Alpha series. They have some different codes and stuff. But this one should be a really easy one to find. When you are looking, as to how much this will sell. Let's say that you don't have the bag guide and you find a Tumi bag in the wild. You're like, it's $5. Should I swing on it? It looks rather large. So one of the things that you can do is you can go to Google Images and you can start looking at Tumi garment bag. Here's the thing about Bags to Bucks. It teaches you the styles of the bags that you need to be looking for. And everything is geared to making you the most optimal bag scanner possible, to where, instead of spending 30 minutes at a thrift store, you spend 20 or maybe 10 and you walk out with more profit, right? But the more times you're sitting around there trying to figure out, on eBay, because eBay is very keyword specific. So if you don't put in the right keywords, you might not find the right market of the bag. So you definitely need to know that this is expandable, luggage, travel luggage, and you have to know garment as the main keyword. So, and that'll lead you to these, and then you can take a look just at the sold photos, which one has the same handle as this, because they have a lot of variants in the Alpha series when it comes to the handles. And then you'll get to see these two, things like that, and you should be able to locate the bag from there. Typically, an Alpha series bag like this, in this condition, would probably bring 150 plus. That's what I'm thinking right now. So it's a nice bag. I'm pumped. The shoulder strap is it's there too. I saw it in one of the things. So, I mean, it's just awesome. Actually, here's the shoulder strap right here. So, and the shoulder strap looks good. We have no peeling or anything like that. It's just a killer score. I mean, killer $5 score. Oh, and when you're going to ship these things off, don't forget, since it's a garment bag, to fold it, okay, like this. And now you've cut your shipping in half just by doing that. All right, so you're going to want to roll it up like a little taco or like something that you find in Colorado, and then you're going to ship it off. That's all you're going to do. And it's that easy, right? You can convert $5 into 150 or more just like that. Okay. Make sure to save some of that money and buy my guides. Okay, so you guys having fun? Let me know, because if we're having a lot of fun here, I might do these late night shows a little bit more. Let me know. Marissa Morales, can you sell locally? Absolutely. It just depends on what kind of town that you are in, I think you might be in College Station, but you're also, people from Dallas to Houston sometimes go through College Station. College Station could be a pass-through for someone that needs a really cool bag like that. I would totally list that thing, because you can take the same description you put on eBay and throw that thing into Craigslist Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist, and totally sell it. You'd be so surprised what sells locally. It blows my mind. I sold a pair of cowboy boots yesterday that had been in my eBay store for like 6 months, and someone picked them up yesterday. I made a cool, I don't know, 65 bucks out of nowhere. So, there are no rules when it comes to the local avenues. The only rule now is that the unexpected will occur, but there's a 100% chance of nothing occurring if you don't put your same listing with your same pictures on your local listing. So make sure that you cross-post certain items, okay? So anyways, Green Giant 311 says, no Strella tonight. I have Strella shirts and I have Strella stuff all over the place. We have Strella hats like galore up there. You can kind of see them. But no Strella shirt. I'm taking a 5-minute Strella break. But yeah, I was wearing Strella earlier. So that's an awesome bag. You guys having fun? Let me know. I want to read some comments real quick, and we're going to reserve a little bit of time at the end for some Q&A. What's the next book in the series? Baseball Bats to Bucks? I don't know yet. I was thinking about doing a guide called Rando to Bucks, which is just random stuff, which is really cool because, as you guys know, the concept of priming your brain is one of the main reasons why I think guides and like guides and picture-related things really still are in high demand, right? Some people might go, oh, I don't care about spending money on that kind of stuff. I will just watch YouTube videos, which is great. But to get to the gold nugget, it takes a lot of time. If you're willing to risk all that time, that's fine. A lot of us want education quicker, right? And so that's why I make my guides, and that's why, you know, I take experience of many years, condense it into something that is reasonable, right? To answer that question, what's in the next book in the series? I was thinking about random stuff to box, because there's a lot of random stuff that doesn't fit into any genre that I would love to talk about and put into a guide. So I don't know yet what it's going to be, but I think random stuff to box might be one of those things. Justin Packman, you're my best friend. What's up? $5 super chat. Bro, thank you so much. You've been like one of my most loyal subscribers. So thank you so much. And he writes, thanks for all the helpful content, bud. Thank you so much. You know, I don't really know what my super chat money is going to, but every time that I get a super chat, I literally take that same amount of money out of my account, out of my bank account, or just my cash pile, and I put it into a box that is sitting right here. There's a box right around there. And I put all that stuff in that box until one day when I want to use it for something cool. The last time I took all the money out of that box, I bought a mountain bike that was like $2,400, and it was awesome. And it took me a while to save up for it, and I was saving up also 30% of all my Craigslist sales, and I was putting it in that box. I wouldn't say it took me a while. It took me like 4 months or something like that, so it wasn't too bad. But it's rewarding, so it's a lot of fun. When I see a super chat, you know what? You know, I really owe it to you guys. I would never have this opportunity to talk to you guys on YouTube and teach you guys some things without, you know, reciprocation of some sort. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's talk about the next find real quick. This was an iffy buy. All right, I was like, should I get this? Should I not? We have a $6.99 tag on it, and I walked out the door paying $7. Okay. So what's up, Joe Molina? Good to see you. What the heck? What time is it in Texas? It's Bonafide Hustler late night. That's right. That's what I'm saying. So let's talk about, hey, what's up, uniquely me, who's Tracy, who gave me the awesome Strella tag in the latest, I think, Bonafide Hustler ride-along video. So thank you so much, Tracy. So would you guys pop on this? I'm not going to show you the brand yet. Would you guys pop on this? It looks kind of dumb, right? Looks kind of stupid. It's kind of like, eh. You'll never guess this brand. Never. All right, never. What's up, Carissa Powell? Yes, she's reminding me. Smash the like button. I don't ever ask you guys too much till the very end. What do you guys think? This thing looks so boring. I'm bored just looking at this thing. Oh, that's the reason. You know, I bought it because it's a multi-channel kind of item. I put this thing on eBay while it sits in my antique booth. Would you guys buy this thing? It's suede leather. It's kind of ugly. I'm not gonna show you the brand yet. The brand was kind of surprising to me. A lot of times when I see something like this, it's almost like a members only type jacket, suede, and the price is $7. So, not knowing the brand, would you buy this thing or would you look at it? You're never gonna guess the brand, because when I saw the brand, I was like, whoa, what? No way, you know? All right, so the brand, that's right, Treasury Hustlers is going. The brand starts with, oh, someone's gonna get it immediately. So I'm gonna show you the rest of it. Looks cool. There's a small, tiny micro stain right here, but you know, suede person could get out. Suede knowledgeable person could get it out. I'm certainly not that person, and I'm not in the business of fixing up things. So anyways, yeah, it's an Orvis. It's like, what? No way. What the hell is this thing doing here? I've been in Orvis too. It's a fly fishing brand. Don't know where it's out of, but we'll see here. It's out of Manchester, Vermont. So an Orvis jacket, pretty nice. Anytime I look at jackets like this that are vintage, I'm thinking a couple things. Where's the hole? Where's the stain? And are the sleeves all jacked up? So let's open this thing up, because a lot of times there's something ripped up on the inside. And the inside nylon layer, this freaking, what is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's just because I'm unzipping it in the really uncharacteristic way. This is a size 42. And we have a nice like nylon, it's not silk interior, but it's a nylon interior. And a lot of times when you get into jackets like this, you want to look into this like armhole, both armholes, because that's where wear and tear usually will be. That's where a lot of the friction and stuff when you put it on these jackets, take them off, will occur. And a lot of times the interior will be falling apart on stuff like this. So it's an Orvis jacket, it's $7. I don't know what I'm gonna get for it in the booth, but I would, you know, right now it's jacket season, full blown. It's cool. It's almost like a Shepler's Western wear kind of looking thing. And speaking about fly fishing, right before I left for the Charlotte trip, I actually took out a fly fishing rod that I have no idea how to fly fish. I'm just trying to learn off YouTube videos, and I started casting in my cul-de-sac and learning how to cast, you know, this fly fishing thing, this fly fishing rod, which I found from a garage sale for $5. So, and I got kind of good at it. I was able to cast, bring it back, not break the wrist, you know, use the forearm only, and cast to where I wanted it to land. It was pretty cool. And depending on how long the string was, I could cast far and I could cast, you know, I guess shallow. And it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to actually learn how to do it. So anyways, Orvis is a big fly fishing company. If you ever see an Orvis store around you, go into it, check it out, and see the prices of like waders and all this cool stuff, because you'll start to understand that fly fishing, just like any other hobby, like mountain biking, road biking, is expensive, right? So pretty cool. You know, I think this in my booth is a $50 jacket, no less. This on eBay is probably a $50 jacket, no less. So I'll buy it. I'm good with it. We got Rusted Raccoon. What's up, guys? New subscriber here. Hey, what's up, Rusted Raccoon? Thank you for joining. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see everyone here. Michael Fernandez says, my Orvis reel was $500. Yeah, I'm telling you. Rebecca Kreuter, how did you do on your poster with a happy guy walking in the forest? That was a really sweet poster in great shape for its age. You know, I'm probably going to put that thing on eBay. It's somewhere in this room. There's a poster with a dude. It's like, I think it's probably like a blacklight type poster. And the guy's walking through a forest, and there's just a bunch of weed and mushrooms everywhere. That poster, I think, is right. This might be it right here, actually. Dude. You guys want to see it? If I get, let me see what the likes are at real quick. Let's figure this out. We got to make something happen here. Someone tell me how many likes I got. And I'll show you this poster. How many likes do I got? Someone's showing my likes right now. I can't really see it because it's just the way that this thing is. But I want 20 more likes than what I'm seeing, all right? And I'll show you this poster. It's chilling right here. You're not going to believe. If you haven't seen the ride-along where I picked this thing up, you can be like, what? No way. All right, I'm at 42 likes, so we got to get to 62 likes. Someone tell me when we get to 62 likes, I'm going to whip out the poster. I'm going to show you guys this thing. Look, here's a little hint. Oh, my gosh, that's amazing. All right, so, yeah, dude. So sweet. We got to get to 62 likes. So someone, my best friend out there, whoever you are, when that thing hits 62, you let me know. Actually, if it hits 67 or anything above 62, please let me know. The poster is sitting right here. I really want to show you guys, but I got to get some likes on these videos. Okay, let's talk about today's finds. Pretty awesome. Oh, we're at 50. We got some best friends in here. We got Edwin and Ryan. They're helping me out. What's up, guys? All right, out of savers today, this isn't the best find, because the best find I'll show last. This was a good find. And then anyone of you guys out there lives in, you know, close to a cycling town, mountain biking town, which mountain biking is just a big thing. I've been mountain biking for 2 decades now. I love it. And you can do it just about anywhere in the country. So what do we got here? It's the Shimano Torball mountain biking shoes. You see shoes to bucks. I know exactly what to look for and why I bought these. Pretty nice. Double Velcro, last strap being ratchet. Underneath, we all know that's mountain biking shoes. You can take a look at that underneath. Looks amazing. It looks mint. We got nubs on nubs. On the bottom, if you're kind of like, what the hell do these terms mean? I don't understand. Get the guide. All right, it's down below. These have probably been used one time. In fact, I don't even know if they've been used once, because I know with one ride what happens to a shoe like this, and I just don't see it. So, yeah. Pretty nice. These were $8. I used a 20% off coupon, so do the math. $8.49. So these were $16 and yeah, like 80, something like that. Oh wait, no. What am I talking about? I used a 20% off coupon off $8.49. So yeah, it's like $1.60 off or something like that. So really, really good shoe. I fully expect to sell these things for 50 or more. Pretty nice. All right, I'm at 62 likes. Let's show this poster. You guys ready? And once I show you this poster, the question becomes, are you down with that? And you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it, all right? And all you gotta answer is like, down with that, or I'm not down with that, all right? And don't ask me what I think of it, because I can't answer that. Now, so I'm gonna open the poster. That's what you guys have to do, is you say, oh, I'm down with that, or I'm not down with that. And I'm not talking about a resale sense. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Oh man, this thing's so exciting. Oh my gosh. 1972, I believe. Right? Is this a 1972 poster? I think this thing's worth actually a pretty good coin. Look at this thing. Gosh, isn't that insane? This was at a garage sale. Yeah, look at this thing. Who's down with it? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, look how awesome that is. I mean, oh, I was so pumped. The funny thing is I bought a 2-meat bag, the same garage sale I found this at, and I was more excited about this thing than a stupid 2-meat bag. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Killer coin, I'd pay $420 for it. Oh man, I think Elon Musk would also pay $420 for it, and he would take his company public. 1972. It's called "Have a Nice Day," Los Angeles. Really cool. Maybe not quite a blacklight poster, but you know, you kind of get the. If you walk into these green stores, you'd see things like this. But this is from 1972, guys. All right. Yeah. Look at that. Anyways, so yeah, pretty cool. Nice palm trees, what Knight required. What's up, Knight? What's up, my friend? Yeah. See, underneath the palm trees, this guy is super happy. Look how happy this dude is. I mean, he's just, I don't know. He's just happy, and he's smoking a cigarette, and he's in a place with like palm trees. Must be Hawaii. And then there's like these little things on the ground that look like rocks, but maybe they're funny rocks that make you walk kind of funny. You know, maybe this guy's on his way to Ultra Music Festival. Who knows? It's a rad poster. Yeah, we have to digress a little bit for that one. So I don't know if I'm going to sell it. It's really cool. My father saw it and he was like, whoa, that is really awesome. So my father comes from the medical background. You know, he's very conservative. And when he saw it, he was down with it, you know? So I thought it was awesome. I just thought it was awesome. So anyways, he's a fun guy. Yeah, it's rad. That's right, Debbie Porter. Okay, let's talk about 2 last finds of the day. We'll talk about this one. I fully expect to sell this thing for around $100. Might be a little long tail, but that's okay. It's also one of those situations where there's only a refurbished one right now on eBay. It's like $80. So when this thing gets up there, I'll probably list it for like 100. We got the Gagia Milk Island right here. If you're wondering, like, what the hell is Gagia? What the hell is a Milk Island? So espresso is really, really big on eBay, locally, wherever. Espresso machines, parts to espresso machines, percolators, whatever. Espresso machines are badass. Now, I'm not talking about Krups or Black & Decker or Nespresso or stupid Keurigs or anything like that. I'm not talking about those, okay? Because those are run-of-the-mill, and you know, it's easy to get caught up in I bought it for 10 in the garage sale and I sold it for like $30 locally, you know, or I bought it for 10 in the garage sale and it worked fine, shipped it off to FBA, they broke it, and I got no reimbursements and something got all messed up. It's easy to get into those and to flip them, you know, but I find that there's about a 50% return rate with things like that. So, and they're just so run-of-the-mill. They're everywhere you go. Every Target you go to, every Walmart you go to, there's freaking Nespresso, there's freaking Keurigs everywhere. You know, I think a lot of times if I get into those, I don't like the big boxes that be shipped in. So a lot of times if I get into a Keurig, it's at a garage sale, it's $1 to $5. You know, I'll get the Keurig for the tank, the water tank, the top, and the filter in the middle. That's great because right there, you know, some people bring those things out, they break them on the floor, they go to eBay. You can sell them for around $35 to $40 typically. All right, so there's your little hack on the Keurig thing. Nespresso and all that dumb stuff, like I don't mess with it. So these things, like Gagia is like in the mid-tier to something like, you know, like the good stuff. God, there's also Simonelli, there's Seiko, S-A-E-C-O. There's like a million. Jura is another good one. So Gagia is like right in between all that, right? So this right here is a Milk Island. Anytime that you want to build cappuccinos or lattes or something like that, you have to have your milk ready to go. And your milk has to be at a good temperature and not old. So a Milk Island is usually what that's for. It also helps with like frothing and stuff like that. This is all in Italian, but it goes to these machines right here. It's compatible with these machines. This thing is brand new. I open the top, everything's in plastic, looks perfect. Ran the barcode. I could bring this thing off to FBA for around, I don't know, $200, or I could probably sell it on eBay for around 100. So there we go right there. Looks good. Gaggy on Milk Island, I paid $7 for this thing out the door, and I fully expect to sell it for around $100. All right. So, yeah. Treasure Hustler says, thank you for that tip. We got ours returned because it was broken in transit. There you go. FedEx actually gave us a check for $110, but that's pretty cool. Knowing you can take it apart and sell the good parts, yeah, you can. Like I said, the water canister of the mid-tier to the upper-tier Keurigs, plus the top, uncracked, plus the drop-in filter. It looks like a little, you'll see, it's really obvious. It's a charcoal filter within the white bag that you put into this like drop thing. You need those things. And that right there is a 35 or more sale. All right, so pretty cool. This is just chilling in Goodwill today. And then I'll show you the last find here in a second. Mr. Yanoder. I like this question because it's interesting. Hey, just curious, what has been your most profitable flip in your reselling career? I'm going to talk about something that is not characteristic, but I've been reselling for about 14 years, something like that, right? I consider my best flip. It's a very odd kind of flip, right? But I did buy a boat for $17,300. And it had, I think, 120 hours on it or something like that. It was an Aeronautique. Someone was getting rid of it right before tax season, which I was specifically timing it for this kind of stuff. And I wanted to get into wakeboarding and lake sports and increase my skills in active stuff. So my very first boat that I bought for $17,300. And I proceeded to use this boat every single weekend of the next 2 years, with the exception of a few weekends where I went to California, saw my parents, or it was a little too cold, which was 2 months out of each year. So we can just say that, 20 months out of that entire 24-month period, the 2-year period, I used this boat, right? And of course, I had to pay insurance, and there was gas money. But everyone pays gas money when they go and wakeboard with you. And had a trailer and everything. Bought it for $17,300. I had lowballed a guy that was around $19,000. Right around tax season, he's like, shoot me an offer. I was like $17,300, and I'm sorry, that's just what I can pay. So he sells it to me immediately, $17,300. I get it checked up, it's perfect. 120 hours on it, something like that. And I sell it 2 years later, right before I go into MBA school. And I had an injury too that came from that boat. But I sold it 2 years later with a ton of hours on it, like a ton. I think I sold it with like 4 something or maybe 500 something hours, which you can kind of equate it to a car. If a car has 112,000 miles on it, I sold this thing with like 50 or 60,000 miles, something like that. I sold it for $17,300, and I got, 2 years of use out of that thing. I mean, the countless amounts of friends and parties, and that was one of the best flips of my reselling career. It really was, because I resold it. I bought it at a deal. I resold it in the peak of summer. I bought it in the dead of winter. Lowballed someone, not lowballed, but I pretty much lowballed someone that was in a desperate situation. I did everything right, and so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, and so that's how I learned all these other lake skills, and it was just a ton of fun. It was amazing, and you would never be surprised how many more friends you have in life till you have a boat. It's funny because they come out of every freaking place possible. Hey, you got a boat? What are you doing this weekend? So anyways, I thought it was really interesting because I got a lot of use out of it. The value wasn't just monetary. It was just like so incredible what came out of that flip. Yeah, so just shows you, if you're going to get into something like that, buy it in the dead of winter, sell it in the peak of summer, have a lot of fun with it. It's amazing, And I changed the oil myself on the thing, and there was no big, everyone says a boat will drain your money. That one didn't do anything to me. It was just easy. It was an easy boat. All right, this is the last find I'm going to show you guys tonight. Promise me one thing, that you're going to hit the like button. And yeah, so let's talk about this. This was almost a pass. I was thinking hard about it. Would you guys pass on this? Look at this real quick. What do you guys think? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this right now? Let me know. All right. What do you think this is gonna? What do you think this is gonna sell for? By the way, there's a funny comment from Tracy saying, "Uniquely me. What's better than owning a boat? Your friends owning boats." Yeah, I know. So, anyways, pretty funny. What do you guys think? Clown shoes? Okay. Yeah. This is a cap toe, by the way. A little cap toe. What do you guys think? You would be so surprised if I told you that this could resell between $200 and $300. All All right, and today I bought them for 20% less than the price that is there. So I bought them for less than 10 bucks. All right, Saber's tag right there. Pretty nice. Clown shoes, hobo shoes, Allen Edmonds, $200 to $300. Yeah, $200 to $300. Like, yeah, right. There's no way. All right, so I'm going to show you a couple things. This was almost a pass because I was like, yeah. See, a lot of people abuse this like made in Italy thing. When you find boots that are like this, like made out of Italian leather, made in Italy, made in Italy, it's so overused. It's like going to a mall and seeing a sign that says sale, which every freaking store will have a sale sign. It'll say actually the words S-A-L-E. So now when someone's like, I think it was on sale, you're just kind of numb to it. You're like, yeah, whatever. So when I see made in Italy, when it comes to a boot, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, you know? I pretty much am, because 95% of the made in Italy crap is just crap. It's just, you know, remnants, crappy sourced leather, you know, it just sucks. It's just not what you think. But there are 5% of the boots that are made in Italy that are really worth your time, I would think. So pretty cool. What do you guys think? Who makes this boot? Take a good guess, because, you know, this brand is certainly in my guide. Pretty nice. I almost passed on it because I remembered at the last moment that, oh, wait a minute, the higher end of this brand doesn't put it all over the boot. You know, there's a lot of mid-tier boots that this brand makes. I've sold one of these mid-tier boots like 4 weeks ago, about 5 weeks ago. I think it was like a 110 or around 130. I sold the boot for. It was a $13 fine. I look up because I'm like, what was it, you know? Yeah, you're never gonna guess it, guys. So really nice boot. It's got that, you know, interesting kind of leather here, and then like almost suede right here, and then leather cap toe. It's just odd looking, very odd looking boot. Great size, 10.5, right? All right, so check this out. You see that right there? Who makes this boot? You see that logo right there? It's very faint. It's extremely faint. You can barely see it. See that? It's a JV. I almost passed on this. Almost. And it struck me at the last moment. I was like, I know what that is. It was my first inclination. I was like, I think it's that. But I was like, but they put them all over the boot. But then I realized at the last moment, like, oh, but they're higher end, higher, like the super high end ones are, you know, are very minimal, like stamped. JV. Yeah, someone guessed it. It's John Varvatos. Gijasso says John Varvatos. Yeah, so these are John Varvatos boots. Just amazing, right? Cap toe boots, best part. Look at the back of them. Look how level. Let me get a white background here. Look how level the back of this boot is. Look at that. That's barely used, right? Pretty crazy, right? That's how you can tell a lot of things about a boot, right? Look how barely used that thing is. Even though it looks like it has use and stuff like that, it really is kind of barely used, because a lot of boots will show it right here very quickly. So yeah, John Varvatos boots right here, cap toe. There's a specific name to them, but yeah, $200 to $300. All right, right here, easy. So nice finds. That was one of today's finds. It was at the second thrift store I went to today. I'm just real proud of it because it's very unsuspecting, right? So shoes to bucks. Again, you know, if you'd made a $200 profit on something like this, you could have bought shoes to bucks 4 times over. If you find it on sale, maybe 5 times over. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm real proud of this. Anyways, that was good. You know, it's almost like taco level profits within like one flip. So very close to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I'm going to leave it open for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and we're going to answer some questions. And yeah. Let me get some questions here, and I'll see what I can do, right? We have Thrifty Christie says, I'm still learning these brands. Awesome. Yeah, John Varvatos. I've never gone sour on a single JV flip. So does he have a Twitter? I have a Twitter, but I don't ever get on it. It just is linked to other accounts. So if I go live, it'll show it on Twitter. But if you really want to follow me here on YouTube. There's a Bonafide Hustler. There's a subscribe button, and there's a bell next to it. Hit that bell button. So important. And then you can check out the Instagram, the Bonafide Hustler. A lot of great guesses about those boots. I mean, but yeah, really nice. Do the truffle shuffle. Hey, Bonafide, do you accept returns on eBay? On most of my stuff, I do now. Yeah. If not, do I get people trying to return your stuff anyways? You know, out of every 30 or 40 things I got to return on. And a lot of times you can kind of figure out just by the verbiage of something whether the person is steering kind of closer towards a partial return, you know, meaning they get to keep the item and you just give them a little bit of money back. I can't remember really the time I did a full return. I just can't remember it. Like, I just don't have many returns. I'm a firm believer that if you use really 12 high quality pictures and a really awesome description, and you really leave no other things to the imagination, I think your stuff will stay out there, right? I also don't sell a lot of things like super small electronics, things that can break in transit, video game related things on eBay, unless it's a controller, but I'm steering clear of things that can break, you know, or things that I can get scammed on. So that might be another reason why I'm not getting a return rate that is typical, right? Can I show the John Barbados logo again? Look, this isn't really the logo per se, but you know, it's very faint. It just says JB. It's sitting right there. It's super, super faint. If you didn't know where to look or what was up, you would never figure it out. Now this one says handmade in Italy, but like I said, that gets overused a lot. So that's it. And then we have a little VV, right? A little JV right there, just like a V on the side. I mean, these are the tiny little things that you have to notice, you know, that allows another gander, right? Another look, and you go, oh, I know what that is, you know? So anyways, it's hard to see. It's really hard to see. Most people would have never figured that one out. Yeah, I'm glad to be back. So if you guys are wondering, like, you know, you're making videos again, I'm glad to be back. I was on what seemed to be 3 vacations in a row, which most people are like, oh, tough life, Bonafide. But, you know, for someone that's trying to create things and all that kind of stuff in the background, the second you go on vacation, like all that goes out the window. It's like impossible. 2 of these vacations were family oriented, meaning so mostly family kind of stuff. And then the other one was something where I actually went to Colorado, but then we had friends with us and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, the family vacations are a little bit more, you know, family oriented, and wife's side of the family, my side of the family. And so while they're, you know, most people when they think of vacations are thinking of like beaches and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And while one of my vacations was on a beach, it was nothing like Hawaii or anything like that. All 3 of my vacations were heavily subsidized, meaning that I either had a hookup when it came to the staying portion of it, or I lessened how much I needed to pay for something by bringing a whole bunch of people with me. So yeah, that's how you do more vacations, is you just find a way to, you know, make the cost go down. So anyways, 3 of those. So 2 were back to back, and then there was like a week hiatus, and then I had to go on another one because it was for like a wedding shower thing. So I'm back, finally work on some things, and I'm really pumped. So I fully expect to get closer to my 200 items on eBay goal, which is my goal this year. 200 items on eBay with $50 or more on each one selling price. So working hard at that, or $50 take home on each one or more, right? So things like the John Barbados boots, that would be more like a $200 take home, something like that. Something like the Gagia thing, the Milk Island thing is a little bit more, closer to 70 bucks. The Coach bag, 100. And that's what I'm shooting for, more of those kind of flips. I don't want to deal with $20 flips, $10 flips. I don't mess with that. So Marissa Morales, what's your most profitable bike flip? I still look back at this bike I picked up at a pawn shop 10 years ago. I've had a lot of profitable bike flips, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to think if that's the most this is the one that comes to my mind because the buyer paid shipping. I sold it on a place that didn't take any commission. I sold it on mtbr.com, the classified section. It was a $1,000 bike, out the door. It was a Yeti mountain bike, extra large frame. What was the model? It doesn't really matter. It had the blue on yellow scheme on the wheel, on the rear triangle. It was, what was it? It was $1,000 out the door. It was a mountain bike, 26-inch wheels. This was about 10 years ago. And I sold that one for $1,800 on mtbr.com classified section with the buyer paying shipping. So yeah, there's no eBay involved or anything like that. So that was a pretty good bike flip, $800 right there on that one. There was I had a good bike flip this year, which I put on a video. but I sold a Elliptico, which is like an elliptical bicycle. I bought it for $250. I think I threw in about $150 or $200 into it directly after I picked it up from the pawn shop on the video. I took it to a bike shop, dropped it off. They did work on it. I think it was $150 of work. So I'm $400 into the thing. I sold that one for, I think, $1,100, if I'm not mistaken, maybe $1,200. No, it was $1,100, something like that. So that was a really good profit too. That happened this year. That was on a video. But it did take about a month to flip that one because it had to get worked on, which took a week, 3 weeks of local, reposting and stuff, and then it finally sold for $1,100. It had a $1,400 original price. I went to $1,300, then $1,200, and then finally a lady at $1,100 was dead set on buying it. She came over, tried it out, and that was it. She bought it. Did I get to ride that longboard that I picked up at Goodwill? Refresh my memory, because I pick up a lot of stuff. I just sold a longboard 2 weeks ago that I picked up from a garage sale for $30, sold it for $90. I'm trying to think what longboard you're talking about. So, so yeah, I'm trying to think more questions real quick here, guys. Let me get some more questions. We got Heather, the reseller, in the house. What's up, Heather? Good to see you. Oh, here we go. Was there a time in your life when you wanted to give up reselling and go back to working in the corporate world? Yeah, this is a really good question. As I left the corporate world back in 2008, I became a day trader and blew through a lot of money. And at that point, at least for the next 2 or 3 years, and I was reselling at that. This is like the earlier stages of my reselling. Yeah, of course, the thoughts of me going back to corporate world like echoed through my mind a lot. And you can't help it because the corporate world is a little bit more safe, and you get X amount in your checking account every 2 weeks, and you get great benefits and all that kind of stuff. But the problem was, I just wasn't feeling stimulated anymore. So for me, I was like, I'll take a pay cut for a while, learn something new and all this kind of stuff. And then I learned insurance for a while, worked for Farmers Insurance after the day trading job. And then after that, and I was reselling through the whole thing. After that, I would just listen to one of my day trader friends. He was like, you should just, resell full time. So I did. And I did relatively well at it. Then I formed a green room, which is fun. And then I hosted all these events. Recently built up a private label brand about 2 years ago, got started on that, and then gearing up for that. Got a workout channel now that's operating behind the scenes, and a bunch of other random stuff. So, it's a lot of fun. Is it scary in the beginning? Yeah. But I always knew that I wasn't cut out for corporate America unless I was in the higher up positions, which they offered those things to me, but I would have to have moved to Virginia and some of these other random cities that I didn't really care, because I'm a firm believer that a lifestyle is really the ultimate thing that people seek. They just don't know it. And so me living in Austin, Texas, I was like, wow, this is like a super lifestyle. And I didn't want to leave that behind for an extra 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand. I just didn't want to leave it behind. So I didn't. I listened to myself and what makes me happy. But I was making really good money at that last corporate. The main corporate job that I had for 9 years, I was making really, really good money at it. Yeah, I was just getting bored though. Sometimes you master something and you just have to keep going and learning something else. And I just really felt I couldn't learn what I wanted to learn without moving to Virginia or something like that. But they wanted me to go higher up into the, sales force and all that, or become a trainer and some other things. And I just didn't want to do that. So, but I did get an MBA paid for, so that was good. Dominator 8U2, what's wrong with Virginia? It's East Coast, it's colder. I don't know. I like being in the center part of the country. Austin, if you haven't been here, the lifestyle here in Austin, I think, is just amazing. Austin is 14-hour. Well, okay, so there's like 3 hours to the beach, the coastline, which kind of sucks, but you can do a 3-hour plane ride to California, where my parents live. You can be surfing over there. 14 hours north is Colorado. You can be snowboarding over there. 8 hours is Bentonville, Arkansas, which I will be seeing in December for the for like the most epic mountain biking apparently. So I'm gonna go check that out. I think it's really good to be in the center part of the country, especially for being a reseller too. So, postage rates and everything, it really works out over here. And the thrifting is good here. The people are good here. The barbecue is good here. The beer is good here. The whiskey is good here. Very liberal people. I just really like Austin. It's a really fun town. So I wasn't really willing to take the risk of adjusting my lifestyle too much. You know, they say money can buy people. It couldn't buy me, you know, it just couldn't. So anyways, all right, what more questions real quick? Alvin, so I was on the cusp of where he's asking, were you messing with penny stocks, options? I was messing with like 1% penny stocks, 1% options, 98% just day trading, IPOs, just random stuff. At the peak of what I was working with, I had a 1 to 256 leverage rate, which was bonkers. Like, you know, for every dollar I put into my account, there was an investment bank, I guess, just a capital partner that we had that was leveraging at 256. 256 multiple. So think about that. Anyways, it was just insane. Not 256%. I'm talking 256. You know, for every dollar, they would leverage me $256. So I remember at the peak, it was like that. And some of my other trader friends were working with 1 to 400, 1 to 300. It was weird. It was a lot of leverage going on. Okay, Ryan Mack, your content is the best. Thank you for the great YouTube channel. Love your guides and all your great info. Keep it coming, and I'll keep pounding the like button. Thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate that. JNP, do I read a lot? You know, I read here and there. I take in a lot of audio video. So I like a fair amount of YouTube videos, but surprisingly enough, they're not reseller videos. They're just other things. The book I'm currently reading right now is not a self-help. It's not a anything book. It's actually a fiction book called Warcross. I just finished a book 2 days ago called The Punch Escrow. The book I was reading before that was Ray Dalio something. I forget what it is now, but it was a Ray Dalio book. The book before that was called Mind Hacking that I was reading that I finished. So it just all depends. You know, I just go from a lot of times like intensive self-help, you know, wealth creation books to fiction. I like a lot of sci-fi and fiction. So Debbie Porter says, oh, I read Warcross. I like Warcross. I'm a quarter of the way through it. I just read it on the plane and I got a quarter way through it already. So I like what I'm reading so far. The Punch Escrow The Punch Escrow is a cool book that I found at the Amazon bookstore. So we have this bookstore. It's not the kind of one where you go into it, you just walk out with whatever you want and they bill you. It's the one where you just walk in and they got books everywhere and they got like a place for like the Amazon Echo thing, Kindle tablets and stuff, but there's an actual staff that works there, not a very big staff. And you walk in there and you get prime pricing on everything. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys have that in your town, but we have one in our town and it's kind of close to my house. So I walk in, anytime I want to get a book, I'll pay, you know, taxes on stuff, whatever, but I get prime pricing. So it's pretty awesome. And I picked up Warcross the last time I was in there. But that's how I find out about, you know, The Punch Escrow, which is a really cool book. It got picked up by Lionsgate to be made into a movie, which is awesome. But that'll probably be 2 or 3 years from now. I don't know how they're going to make this into a movie because it's a very complicated kind of book, but that was interesting. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a great book. Yeah, it's sitting up there somewhere. I have a lot of really good books up here, a lot of good ones. And I've read through, I would say about 70% of those, so that's good. Yeah, but Debbie Porter, if you like Warcross, I'm already a quarter way through Warcross, you'll like The Punch Escrow, and you'll really like Armada, and you're gonna like also the one that's a movie now, Ready Player One, which is really good. Evo Tesseract, do I have any success with larger independent thrift stores? I've had good luck. Yeah, I do, but just depends on, you know, where they are and whatever. I went to one today. Didn't find anything, but the last time I went to it, found a bunch of stuff, you know. So I feel with larger independent thrift stores, you said independent, which is not chain. That means there's no corporation running it. It's just like a mom and pop. And typically it has some sort of charity behind it, right? But there's one in town called Austin Pets Alive. I think there's two in town now. One's downtown, which is really good. And yeah, I like that store a lot. I think it's just got a lot of cool things. It's hit or miss, but it's on this thrift route that I take. I may as well stop in, you know. And it all goes to good cause, to saving puppies and dogs and stuff. So pretty neat. But I think a lot of times that will happen 50% of the time. Like there'll be a charity sort of thing. The other 50% of the time, it's an actual mom and pop store that just tries to sell you everything for eBay prices, which I hate. So, and those things always go out of business. I've never seen one of those survive. So, Heather the reseller. Did I go to college, Chris? Yes, I went to the University of Texas at Austin, and then I got an MBA in corporate finance from St. Edward's University in Austin. So that's pretty cool. At one point, I was a certified personal trainer. Decided, why the hell do I need someone else to certify me when I know exactly what I'm doing? So I stopped getting into that anymore. What else was I was, you know, I took exams for trading. I've taken exams for insurance. So yeah, I got kind of like the gambit covered, I guess, you know. Yeah. But I would honestly say college was fun. I still to this day like go, am I going to send my kids to college? Because you got to understand that's going to be, you know, probably 2 decades down the road at the rate that I'm going. And I'm not convinced in 20 years that college is going to be that important outside of, you know, the social atmosphere, you know, the partying and stuff like that. I really think that the digital age has really made the acquisition of money a little bit more easier than people think. The housing crisis of 2008 made companies leaner, which is not really a good thing, right? Because if you're looking for tenured positions or things where you can get like 20 years or 25 years under your belt, those kind of companies are getting fewer, far between. And even if you wanted to get into that, it's almost like you make someone else's dreams come true, not your own. So, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there's a safety net, you know, check every 2 weeks kind of thing. I really think in 20 years, things are going to be really, you know, really different. And I'm not sure I'm going to send my kids to college, but I might. I have no idea. But my college was awesome. I went to the University of Texas at Austin, you know, fully educated there. I graduated with a psych degree, which I never used, but I had a business minor, which is cool. It was more about the experience of meeting people and getting able to talk and do everything right. And it was the social aspect of college that I really thought was the most valuable thing there. And then when I got to MBA school, you know, I gave myself a chance to make amazing grades and prove to myself that I could. And then I sacrificed a large portion of my life, 2.5 years of my life, studying and rigorously studying, losing a girlfriend in the process, and just having no life really. And then right about as I was graduating that, I met my wife that I have now. So yeah, it timed itself right, but I was so stressed out. It was crazy, but I was so pumped to be stressed out because I was just chasing this MBA thing. It was a lot of fun. It was neat, you know. It was a lot of fun. It was a hard program that required a lot of studying. So anyways, Heather the reseller. So you're primed for corporate America, but I chose this route. Yeah, I was like super primed for corporate America, like crazy primed for it. But yeah, forget it. Jay Ochoa says, I appreciate this channel. Chris is always humble, not like some of these other channels that are full of themselves. Whoa. All right, so I'm not gonna ask what these other channels are, but you know, I really feel as if morally, you guys should get to see what makes my life spin around. I think it's really fun, and to do it that way. I think false positivity is a really big thing that's going around YouTube right now, where it's like, oh, just act like everything's fine and dandy and there's no problems in the world. And to me, why do that? Like, you know, like why paint reselling as that or working out as that or anything like that? Everything's got its ups and downs. Everything has advantages and disadvantages. I feel as if it's okay to be positive and to look at things in a positive light all the time, but to sit there and just candy coat everything as like, oh, my life's amazing all the time. No way. There's just no way. The best of the people are typically that you see as the happiest of all time are more than likely the most sad. So I feel as if be as transparent as you can, right? And go through the journey with other people. I mean, that's the most important thing. Because the way I look at it, especially being a YouTube creator, is that someone on the other side has gone through what I am going through or what I'm about to go through or something like that. So I have to leverage you guys to help me out. And then I help you guys out when you guys need help. You know, it's kind of like a reciprocal kind of thing. It's kind of like I'm a bona fide remora and you guys are like the shark. So I'll tag along a little bit. And when you guys need your skin cleaned and stuff, little Bonafide remora is going to, you know, clean the skin. And you don't go around being a dirty shark. So anyways, Marissa Morales, thank you so much. We have a 1999 super chat. Awesome. That at the end of this show, I'm literally putting $25 of my own money into that up there. So thank you so much. Don't know what we're going to spend it on, but I have a feeling I think I know what it's going to be. But anyways, I'm not going to say it right now. Thank you so much, Marissa, for the 1999 super chat. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Oh, great questions. All right, so I'm going to take 3 more questions, okay? 3. Here's one of them. Tony Whitlow, here's a funny question. Why do you hate sayings? If you watch my videos, my hotshot videos, I go into thrift stores, I buy stuff that's typically used, and I flip it on eBay for profit. All right, so we know that much. As I go into these thrift stores, oh, man, I see these things. It's always close to where the posters are. It's kind of close to the CD section and the VCR section, VCR tapes and DVDs and stuff. There's always a section with like knickknacks and mirrors and wall sayings and stuff. Ooh, I hate sayings. I don't know why I hate them so much. They're so stupid. Like they're just dumb. Like, so don't feel bad if you have sayings in your house right now and you look at them like, oh, this is what he's talking about. Look, it's just a personal pet peeve of mine. I don't like things that say dream in a bedroom. Like that's just stupid. Like, or that says eat in a kitchen. That's so stupid, you know? Or bless this blessed house of blessedness. Like, what? This is just stupid. Like, it's just, to me, it's really stupid. So now I don't think it's stupid if you're the person that makes that kind of stuff. And I thought about this the other day. I was like, you know what? That might be something I experiment with on Etsy, you know, is getting a cry cut machine and putting some of these stickers together and stuff like that, and maybe selling some of these things because, you know, it's not that stupid if you can just play a part of it. Just don't have any of that in your house. So, but yeah, I think I know, you probably know what I'm talking about, but you go in this section, it's just like the dumbest sayings of all time. Like, you know, a lot of them has to do with friends and wine and just dumb stuff. So I don't like those things. Personal pet peeve. Yeah, when I go into someone's house and it says like drink and it's like right above the wine section, I'm like, oh, this is just so weird. Like it's just ooh. It's ooh. It is so ooh. So bless this blessed house of blessedness. Yeah. Anyway, I just don't like it. I don't like it. It's so run of the mill. It's produced in China, you know, probably sweatshops, and then it finds its way to like a Kirkland's or like a Home Goods, and people buy this stuff for like 20 bucks a pop. Blows my mind, right? Blows my mind. And this stuff ends up at a garage sale like 2 years later. So, am I right? Am I right? Let me know. Believe. Yeah, there you go. Family, faith, and fun. There's another one. Yeah. Oh. So, other question. I got 2 more questions. Anthony, Chris, when are you coming to NYC? I don't know. Whenever I can get my housing subsidized when I go to NYC. So I look at vacations in a very weird way. Like I look at vacations as like, what kind of active things can I do around there? What kind of thrifting opportunities are around there? You know, is this vacation going to be like a kickback vacation? Will I be able to vlog? And then how subsidized is it? Because I don't like to go on vacations that are like 100% draining my money. So when I go to Arkansas in December, which I'll be there for a while actually, found a really cheap place to stay in. I'm going to mountain bike every single day. And between Bentonville and Fayetteville, I can imagine there'll be some really good thrift stores. So my goal is to pay for that entire trip through thrifting. Not beforehand, while I'm there. Should be a lot of fun. It makes it it just makes it exciting. I'll be going to Targets and Walmarts and just about everything because that'll be smack in the middle of around 4th quarter-ish. Oh, I think I'm going to do Christmas there or something. I don't know. But anyways, it's already reserved. So, yeah. I can't wait. I know that Bentonville and I know that Fayetteville will have some good thrifting opportunities. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, if you find a saying that says it's cheddar weather, that's not stupid. That is actually amazing, and I would like that in my room because that means something to me, right? Family, faith, believe, like blessedness, house, whatever. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like none of those things. It's just obvious things. Like yeah, you should have fun all the time. You should have friends. You should eat in the kitchen. You should drink whenever you want to, right? But for those sayings to be there, breathe and believe, and yeah, that should be understood. Jan P. Cameras to use for taking pictures of listings. Okay, so I have a Sony NEX-F3. I really don't need to have this camera anymore because I have a vlogging camera, I have an awesome other camera, but it's just been such a good workhorse to me. I bought it 8 years ago for 500 bucks, brand new. And it's just been really, really good. So like, why get rid of something amazing that I'm just so fast with, like the focus ring, everything takes pictures really fast. It's called a Sony NEX-F3. You could probably score one on eBay for around 200 bucks. You could probably go to a pawn shop and find one for like 100. I'm running an 18 to 55 lens on it, SD card. Most people are like, well, I don't have that money to spend. Just use your phone, all right? Use your cell phone. I don't like putting things on my cell phone. I don't like having pictures all in. I like having pictures of my wife, my dogs, my friends, and my activities that I do on my cell phone. I do not like to have my hustling pictures in my cell phone. I think there should be a really clear division between your business and your real life. And having freaking eBay pictures in your cell phone, and then when your friends are like, yeah, cool, like you went there last weekend, show us pictures of it, and you have to like rifle through like a million things to find the pictures that actually matter, you know? So that's the reason why I put everything on SD cards. And I also put everything on SD cards because I like creating guides and stuff, which makes it easier for me to sort through, which also makes it on a hard drive, you know? So all these things get, and I in fact have the SD card sitting right here. And I'm gonna be doing some eBay pictures right after this broadcast, right? This right here is a 64 gig, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a 64 gig. You know, this thing takes me forever to fill it up, right? And it just sits there and just takes more pictures and more pictures and more pictures. The NEX-F3, that's not in this room, it's in the garage, but awesome camera. I think having a camera with a really good sensor is important. The cell phones only do a little bit. They can't pick up enough light like an actual bigger camera with a better sensor, you know, or even an SLR camera. You can pick up much more light, you have much better resolution, and you get that division of business to personal life, which is really, really important. So anyway, NEX-F3, I'll put it right now in the chat. NEX-F3, that's my camera right there. So if you want to go buy it, then go buy it. It doesn't pay me a single thing, but you know, at least you'll have a cool camera that is tested in cheddar making, in cheddar weather, in full-blown cheddar weather. That thing has been tested. Have I ever dropped it? I have not. I'm very careful with my stuff, but I've used it so many times that the actual paint of the camera is starting to peel off in certain sections, which makes me really proud. You know, it's like a well-used pair of mountain biking shoes. When they finally retire, it's like, man, I did 30 or 40,000 pictures on that thing. That was awesome. Well worth the money. So, what do you think about Thule reaching out to CP about those vintage roof racks that he found? I didn't see that video. I'll look at it right after this broadcast. I don't watch many reselling videos. I just don't. But I will look at that. AG Video Games, UFC this weekend. Break it down. I'm not huge into UFC, but for some reason I'm pretty much going to go see the Conor fight. I think it's this weekend. I'm going to go watch it. Basically an Irish guy versus a Russian guy. Apparently it's going to be awesome. I'm going to go find a bar that airs it, and I will, yeah, if you're in Austin, you might see me in a bar. And that's pretty much it. So is my eBay store public to other resellers? Yeah, you know, if you want my eBay store, just message me behind the scenes. I'll give it to you. H. Anthony Morales, Chris, are you planning to let the beard grow? I am for now. I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, guys. Anyone talking about the hair, the beard? Cool. And that's pretty much it. So that's the show, guys. It's 11 o'clock. I think I started the show around 9:30, so I'm an hour and a half into this thing. I hope you learned some things. Check out, you know, if you didn't see this and you're joining like right now and you're like, what the hell just happened? Then wait like 5 minutes. It'll become a normal video on my channel. You can click on it and, you know, look at this amazing stuff. So I showed you guys some mountain biking shoes. I showed you guys some boots. I showed you guys other boots. I showed you a Milk Island, a Coach bag, a Vineyard Vines, visor. We saw an Orvis, a vintage Orvis suede jacket, Toomey bag. I showed you a Cascade R helmet. I showed you guys a Tamarack bag. Look, if you guys want to learn more about bags and shoes, there are 2 links down below in the description. Please go check them out. Make a decision on your own if you want to supercharge your money. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler broadcast, which should be tomorrow. Take it easy. Goodbye.